What up, guys? Pressure washers, service business, people that want to grow their business, people that want to get their business to the next level, people that are starting. Maybe you're just starting to try to get to 1,500. Who knows? Maybe you want to grow your business to 10,000, or you might even want to grow your business to 50 or even 100. Maybe you want to do like I did personally and grow your business to over $1 million. And tonight, I just want to hit on a little bit of, I don't have not a whole lot, but how much money can you make pressure washing? How much money is there to be made pressure washing? And, I actually had a guy at one of my classes and, he only wants to do $1,000. If you want to do $1,000, if you want to do 10,000, if you want just to have a little bit of extra money and do this part-time, or maybe you want to be like Jason Hefner and do it part-time and make $250,000. You can do this with pressure washing. And you know what? I don't even charge you for 90% of this information. In fact, I probably given more information on here. And if you like to support me, I love it. And if you want everything line by line, that's where you can join my course. But other than that, I'm not asking for nothing. And that's the awesome thing about what I love helping you. And so my goal in the next few years is to help 1,000 people make $100,000 a year. And that is my goal. And so I hope that I can help you be one of those 1,000 people if that's what you want. And so how's everybody doing? We got C. Collins. Appreciate all your help, and your course is definitely worth it. Mr. Rubin, he actually showed up at my last class in Cincinnati. That was awesome. I'm trying to get on Facebook because I know I have my Facebook going over here, and I want to make sure that if anybody is on my personal Facebook that I get their questions answered. Like Mr. Jack Garrett put, hey, what's up, everybody? What up, Gene? And so how you doing? Mr. Alex is one that took one of my classes down in I'm in the live chat. He was one that took my class down in Raleigh. What up? That guy's awesome. And so if you all have any questions, ask in here. I'm not going to go out or ask in Facebook or anywhere. I don't have a whole lot here. I do want to go over some things of how much can we make. And I want to hit on one other thing too, of being confident in our pricing, being confident in our pricing, being confident in the services we sell, so that way we can be, so we can get those high ticket prices. And so those are some really amazing things. How's Charles doing? We got F-Bomb. What's up? What I learned, I also pass on to help. And that is very true. If you want to, he has his own Facebook group. Go join it. And that way he don't allow no BS in there. So go check it out. Also, if you want to check his Facebook out. And so with that, I want to make 100 grand a year, and you can, and that is what is awesome. And so what is up, Mr. Chad? How's everybody doing? Give me some likes. I'd appreciate it. I love the comments, and we'll get going here. Quick question. What is the most important thing on a 5-around flyers? Ooh, that's a good one. What is, that is a good question. And so it's kind of like yard signs. We can put 20 things on there, and that is not what we want to do. We want to keep one service or your main service that we can. And then we may want to give a money amount off. People love the money amount off, and that will help us. Mr. Clay is on Facebook, and he says, as much as you're willing to go out and get, 3,000 today, biggest single day for me to date. And that is a high five to Mr. Clayton, because that is awesome to do. That is a huge milestone of $3,000. And so that is awesome. And that was over on Facebook. And so that's why you probably didn't get to see me come up here. And so, again, we want to have large call to action so that way people can call it. We want to be able to catch that attention. Again, for 5-arounds, it's from the doorknob to the garbage can. And so we got to catch that attention fast. fast, and that is definitely something up. What up, Mr. Lee Baker? I need to have you on here one night with us. He's an amazing dude. He has a very successful concrete flooring company up and out of the Dayton, Ohio area, and I need to have you on here because you are an amazing guy too. So, Mr. Lewis, what's up? How's the fuel prices? It's brutal out here. $5 in gasoline for driving with vehicles. Yeah, it's not much better here. It's a little better, but there you go. Let's go. All right. So how much can you make pressure washing? And so I want to just hit on this a little bit. You know, you can make as much money as you want to make. It literally is a lot about like what somebody put on their mindset. Mindset has a lot to do with how much money you can make. If you don't believe you can make $100,000 in pressure washing, you'll never make $100,000 in pressure washing. If you don't believe you can do $3,000 jobs, you'll never make $3,000. And a lot of it has to do right up here. And, you know, I show a lot of people about, I talk a lot about mindset, getting our mindset in the right frame of mind, you know, and, you know, are we going to have hard days? Absolutely. Are we going to have people tell us no, go pound salt? Absolutely. But you know what? If we don't ask for higher pricing, we will never get it. And so how much money can you make? Again, it's up to you, you know, and this is where I teach too of writing your goals down. I push this pretty hard. Write your goals down so that way you will achieve those goals. If you never write goals down on a piece of paper, you will never hit those goals. That's about a guarantee. I had him on my Sunday night live, or actually it was on my Monday night. There was a guy in there and he's like, Jason, I just want to let you know that I wrote my goals down and by a year ago, and I lost the paper, and my wife just brought me my paper and we hit every one of the goals and I didn't even know it. And so this is why we have to write our goals down. So if we write our goals down, this is how we can achieve it, because now we can do stuff backwards and we can play the game backwards so we know what we need to do to hit it. So if we need to do $10,000 a month and we have 20 days to do it, then we know what we need to do each day and how much we need to make each day so we can hit those $10,000 a month. Or here's another thing. So Jason Hefner was just telling me, he's like, I'm really close to hitting a goal that I really want to hit, and that's $30,000. And he's like, you know why I want to hit $30,000? I'm like, no, tell me why you want to hit $30,000. Because he's like, you know, I remember when I started, I wanted to just hit $10,000. And ever since we hit that $10,000 month, we've done more than $10,000 every month. And I'm like, ha. So you're figuring out that if you hit a $30,000 month, then you may start doing $30,000 more or every month. And that is so true, because we learn how to charge, we learn how to close better, we learn how to be able to get higher ticket pricing. And how do we get those jobs? How much money can we make? Well, it depends on how much you can sell it. How much can you ask for it? How much are you willing to talk to them and let them know what they need so that way you can help them? How much are your packages? What are you putting in the packages? How are you packaging? Are you even giving packages? And so these are some things that we have to look at, so that way when we look at it, we can grow our business and we can get it to where we want it to grow at. Because if we never ask for it, you will never get it. If you are scared to death and you don't believe you can do $10,000 a month, if you don't believe you can do $100,000 a month, then you're right. You won't do it, because you will come up with every excuse in the book why you can't do it. Well, Jason, you just live in I just live in a wrong area. Well, Jason, you just don't understand. Down here in Florida, there ain't no money down here. There's only $99 guys. You're right. You're right. You're 100% right. There's only $99 guys. So you might as well just go be a $99 guy, because if you don't believe that you can make more than $99, I can't. No matter what I tell you, you will come up with an excuse to say, I can't do that here. You know, I've said it. You know, I went to the huge convention, and there was a guy in St. Louis and said, you think Florida's bad? We have $79 guys. And I was actually standing there with, I was about fell over laughing. I was standing there with, I actually pulled Jason over, and Dan Plata was there, and he's like, have you talked to this person? Have you talked to that person? They're doing seven figures in St. Louis. You are hanging around the wrong people. And it kind of goes back to you become the five people you're around. And if you're at the top of the five people you're around, you need to ditch all five of those and go get the five so you're at the bottom of that list. Because that way you're only going to grow up. And he was talking to all these other guys that were $99 and worried about the $99 guys versus talking with the guys that are doing seven figures. And that way we can move up. And so these are the ones that we need to talk to. We need to get around them. We need to see how they do it. What are things that we can learn from them? We don't need to go ask them every question. Go around them, be around them, listen to how they talk, listen how they sell. And that way we can do that. We can also do that too. There's nothing special about anybody. There is nothing special about any one of us on this call here. There's nothing special about Benjamin. I seen Benjamin over here, Benjamin Gregory. In fact, when he first started, he had an uncle said, Ben, what are you doing with your life? Are you just trying to throw it away? And now he's doing, he's going to probably get real close to $1 million this year. I about guarantee you his goal is to do $1 million this year. And he will do $1 million this year. And so this is what happens when we get around people that are positive, that will speak into your life. Get away from the people that are speaking into your life of you can't do this, because you can do anything. You have to have the right mindset. You might have to drive a little bit. Maybe you're in the middle of nowhere. Maybe you live out in the middle of nowhere. Maybe you're a town of 5,000 people and that's where you live. Well, you know what? The town that you're looking for that will grow you might be an hour away, and you might have to drive an hour to go there to be able to grow your business. I talk about here, one of the guys, he lives out in Adams County. It's out in the middle of nowhere. He's literally 45 minutes from his service location. His service location, if you look at Cincinnati, you have Cincinnati. His service is on the east side, and he lives 45 minutes out in Adams County. So he drives 45 minutes to his service location. You might have to drive an hour. You might have to drive an hour and a half to be able to get to where you can do it. Now, you can use that as an excuse, or you can change that excuse and use it as a way to get to where you need to go. Find out how I need to do it. What do I need to do to get there? So I'm off my soapbox. Ask questions. I hope that makes sense, so that way you can understand how that works. Can you do a live on how to set up different packages? I'll talk about it, Andrew. That's a great question. So this is probably the best thing you can do right here. If you're not doing this, you need to. So when I first started my pressure washing business, I didn't do packages. I did a house wash. That's all I would do. I never even tried to upsell something. So then I started doing Responsibid, and Responsibid had these packages. So I started offering packages. The packages when I first started wasn't the greatest, but it was a package. My first package was house wash. My second package was a house wax. And my third package was driveway cleaning. That were my three packages. They wasn't the best, but they were a great start. Once I get my business going, then I went to a house wash. Then I went to a exterior window cleaning, and then I went to driveway cleaning, because those were the best packages for me in my business. And that way I could do, because I knew I could do a house wash, a exterior window cleaning. And one thing about this is here's the thing on that second exterior window cleaning, because everybody wants their windows clean. And so somebody was asking me in my group today of, Jason, how do I get rid of these? How do I not make the windows look streaky? Well, you upsell, you do a package to get rid of the exterior window cleaning, to make them clean, because otherwise there's a good chance, unless you live in certain parts of the country that you have really good water, aka Georgia, you don't have to, because the water's not dirty and it's pretty much spot free without doing it. And so these are some things that we can do to help us get our packages up. And so this is how we get our house wash package. When Miss Jones calls for a house wash, instead of selling her a $400 house wash, now we're selling her a $1,500 package. Now this does a couple things. When we do this, $400 sounds like a lot. If you think $400 sounds like a lot, give me a like. $400 sounds like a lot, right? Or a comment, say yes. $400 sounds like a lot, Jason. But $400 to $1,500, now $400 don't sound so bad, does it? So now we're giving them 3 quotes. We're giving them a $400 quote, we're giving them a $700 quote, and we're giving a $1,000, $1,200 quote, right? So when we give these 3 quotes, what that does is now $300, $400 doesn't sound so bad about $1,200. Now, also, they wanted 3 quotes because everybody wants 3 quotes. That's what people want. But the other 2 companies won't ever call them back or won't answer their phone. So now we just given that thing of giving them 3 quotes. And now we're giving them options. 50% of the people will pick the metal package. 25 will pick the premium package, and 25 will pick the low package. And so this is why we want to offer packages, because packages are amazing. Packages are really awesome and amazing. And so this is why we offer packages. You can do house wash. If you're going to do a roof clean, you can do roof clean, exterior or roof clean, house wash, exterior window cleaning. You can add more to that package. You might be roof clean, house wash, exterior window cleaning would be the third, and on that third package might be the driveway cleaning. Maybe we're going to do the driveway clean, because now instead of a $700 roof clean, now we're offering a $2,100 roof clean. All exterior package that is the mad mama jabama, and now we are able to give that $2,100 package. And you might say, no, I would never pay $2,100. You are daggone right. You are not your customer. So that's why we're going to offer it. We're going to show it, and we're going to allow that to happen to be able to show that we can do this. And so that's what we're going to do. Packages also build value for the customer. Absolutely, Chris. 100%. It allows us to build value for that customer so they want to sell this. You set the standard for your income and success, confidence/mindset. Thanks, Jason. I'll set up my packages in Marquette tomorrow morning. Awesome. I love the taking action. That's a huge thing. Just got my Christmas light cards, hangers, and door yard signs for money bushes. They look amazing. Thanks for the awesome information. I love money bushes. Money bushes are awesome. What up, Paul? Paul, I got to meet Paul down in where was we at? Colorado, Denver. Paul's an awesome dude. Very young, 21, 22, I think he is. And he is going to have a great success in his future because he takes an action and kicking butt and taking names. And that's what happens when you do that. 6 figures, then 7. Don't be afraid to throw out big numbers. This is probably when somebody's trying to start a business, this can be the hardest thing because they think that if you do low numbers that you're going to get all this jobs and you're going to get all this work. And that is further from the truth. You're not going to get any more jobs, whether you're using big numbers or little numbers. All you're going to do is get more pain in the butts versus the little numbers versus the big numbers. What's best color for money bushes for Christmas lights? Red or green, something that's going to stick out, red or green. What up, Mr. David? $12,000 week. Yard signs. That's awesome. That's a high five. That's a big goal right there to do a $12,000 week. And yard signs are amazing. Yard signs are amazing. Damn, did I lose a day? No, you didn't. So tomorrow, my daughter is trying out for soccer, and I won't be able to get back before 9:30, and so that's why I had to come on here tonight. Only a few jobs away from my $30,000 goal. It could happen. It will happen. We got to use will, not could. We will do it because we could just maybe know it, but it will happen. We're going to talk it into existence. We're going to get that phone ringing, and we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep doing those 5 rounds. We're going to keep putting out those yard signs so we can do a $30,000 month. And guess what, guys? You won't believe me on this one. Who thinks that I'm going to tell a lie right here? A $30,000 month part-time. Part-time? You telling me you can do $30,000 in a month part-time, Jason? Yes, I'm telling you. He has a full-time paramedic job that works 56 hours a week that he does, and he doesn't work any weekends, because if he works weekends, then he has to go to Disney and make enough money to go to Disney. So he can work weekends, but there's consequences when you work weekends. And so $30,000 month part-time. And now I know you're going to say, Jason, there ain't no way. Well, you know what? If you don't believe it, you will never do it yourself. And you know what? Jason Hefner has come a long ways to get there. Let me tell you. When he first started, he was the one that says, you can't make no money down here in Florida. There's no money down here in Florida. Jason, all there is $99, guys. And you know what I told him? Follow the process and keep pushing. Follow the process and keep pushing. Be consistent, be prolific, and be relentless. And when you do those 3 things, you will be successful. Even when it's hard, and when you don't want to do it, and when everything's falling apart, you can do it. About to go pressure wash the Walmarts. Best device for cleaning dirty metal warehouse building, probably about 2 to 4%. My biggest ticket ever, $1,900. Dude, you're hitting some big milestones, man. That is awesome, Big Rob. You can do it. I told you could do it. You keep pushing, you're going to hit that $100,000 mark, which is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I tell guys all the time, just because you wouldn't pay $2,000 for a job doesn't mean that you won't or will not. You will never get it if you don't ask for it. And that is so true, man. And that's why I keep telling you guys, ask, do packages, ask. You can all, what are they going to tell you? No? Okay, go find somebody that'll tell you yes. That's what you do. I'm on the edge of going full time and just letting my job go. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you for the help you put out. I'm trying to scroll down here. The questions are further down here on the old YouTube. Quick question. Oh, we already answered that question too. Oh, this thing's going to be stupid again. All right, let's see. This thing's being stupid. All right. So I'm full-time business, but only work part-time due to health issues and still make high-ticket package deals. That's a good thing, because then you can't. A popular bed and breakfast called today. This will be the 5th time I've been out there for work in 2 years. Hey, that's the good thing about giving good customer service, and that's a good thing about following up. And, you know, this is what happens. When they know they can find a good business, that you will come out and do the work, that is what happens. They will use you over and over and over. Hey, y'all, landed my first house wash for this Saturday. That's a high five. I remember my first house wash. My first paid house wash was actually on the picture with my van that has that old trailer that I show a lot of times that you'll see. And so that was one of the first houses that I did paid, and that I did for my paid. And then what was awesome about that is I went back about 2 years later and did that house for gutter clean outs. So that was pretty awesome. Booked for the huge. I have them seen. I'm having problems reading, or they have problems spelling, one of the two, or writing it. Probably a little bit of both. I have them send pics of their home, and I build packages, and I let them choose what the items they want done. Kind of like suggestion services, no pressure on them. Average ticket is $1,054. That is awesome. And yes, guys, you can have $1,000 average ticket too. You just got to ask for it. Love cleaning, green to make green. Hey, y'all, just landed. We just closed our first 2 apartment complex, combined $34,000, and we will then finish them in 6 days. Man, this is awesome. We will finish this month with over $70,000 with 2 trucks. It can be done. You just got to go out and get it. You got to go out and ask. You got to go out and push. You got to go out and flip rocks. You flip enough rocks, you'll do awesome, man. You just got to flip them rocks. 135 5-star reviews on the road to 200. One at a time. Follow the process. Be consistent, prolific, relentless, and follow the process. Hey, do you recommend a Simpson surface cleaner? I have a 2.5. Don't know if I should buy it or not. What are your thoughts? I mean, it's going to be slow no matter what you do. It'll be faster than a wand, and it'll work. It'll get you by. I wouldn't go too crazy on it. Do you price roof or siding wash higher for the same house? I do. Roofs, I'm going to be 35 to 50 cents a square foot. I would rather you be in the 40 cents per square foot area. House wash, I'm going to be anywhere from 20 to 30 cents a square foot. So I do charge higher for the roof. I've been a lot of more confident since I've turned customers down for saying I was too expensive. And that's when you can say, you just can't afford me. Hey, Jason, I'm down here in Z and listen to you while working my job. You've given me the confidence to start, and I'm going to pick up some yard signs next week. Thank you. Awesome. Picked up a $3,000 roof job and one $4,000 building wash in same week. Was nervous when sending those numbers, but got them both. Zach, be confident. You can do this. You are worth it. You are the man. You can do it. You can do it. You got to ask, because if you don't ask, you won't get it. And so when you ask, you get it. That's what happens. And are you going to get them all? No, but you got to ask, because if you would have never asked, and you would have never got that $3,000 plus, you would have never made that $7,000. All by you asking, by you flipping rocks, by you following up, and doing the process. This is how you get high tickets. And so this is why you do this. This is why I get on here, to help you be confident in your work, because a lot of you all struggle with confidence. And if you struggle with confidence, don't do nothing, because I already know you do, because a lot of you struggle with confidence, but you can do this. It is something that you can do. There is nothing special about there's nothing special about Zach that's going to pick up $7,000 in a week. There is nothing special about, let's see, where's he at up here? There's nothing special about Rivertown or Chris Johnson doing $70,000 with 2 trucks. There's nothing special about him. Nothing at all. He's flipping rocks, he's kicking butt, he's taking names, and he's owning it. He's asking for it, and he's getting it. You know what? You do the same thing, you can do the same thing. You got to ask about it. You got to go out there and flip those rocks. You got to go out there and knock on those doors. You got to go on LinkedIn and find those people. You got to find the emails. You got to do the work. It's not just going to be a magic thing and work's just going to pop up for you. You got to flip rocks. You got to keep pushing. You got to put those signs out. You got to, I've talked to some people that are struggling, or it's slowed down. Well, did you quit doing your marketing? Well, yeah. Did you quit doing your Facebook? Well, yeah. Did you quit putting signs out? Well, yeah. You got to do it. And right now is the time you got to go out there and dump the crap out of it, because right now people are willing to buy. Here's the thing. I'm going to let you all in on something. In about 2 weeks to 4 weeks, it's going to start slowing down. And it ain't got nothing to do with the economy. It's going to slow down. If you ain't got stuff booked out there, it's going to slow down a little bit. It's called people go on vacation and spend money on vacation. And so if they spend money on vacation, they usually don't buy pressure washing. That's just the fact. This is the time I always tell people to start throwing your start throwing your commercial work out there. And so, I remember Jason getting on me. Well, Jason, it's slowed down a bunch. Well, I told you it was going to slow down some. It don't always slow down for everybody, but for a lot of people, if you're only residential, it can slow down for you. Is not posting my reviews. You and about everybody else. I don't know what's going on with the Google My Business, but I know several people are not getting, is in New Zealand. Oh, okay. Your top 5 forms of paid advertisement. Top five, I would say Google Ads, yard signs, maybe Facebook, and that's about all I got. EDDM is a good one. And then, yep, that's pretty much it. I would like to try TikTok. I don't know how that would work in the pressure washing world. Nobody else over here. All right. My house wash upsell on gutter clean is beating the actual house wash signs. Wacky, but I'll take it. So you have gutter cleaning signs, and then you're upselling the package with the house wash. Hey, that's whatever it takes to do, man. Because here's the thing. Gutter cleaning is a service that everybody needs, or a lot of people need, and it's a service that has to be done. Otherwise, water's going to get down in the foundation, it's going to get down in the basement. Where house wash, well, it's just going to get greener and greener, but it don't have to be done. Could it be new Gmail accounts? Maybe they have an algorithm to catch the house. Maybe. Considering shutting down the contact me thing on my website. All spam. Any suggestion to fix it, or should I delete it? No, you can put a thing where they got to do either like the 1+1. Put the little thing there to help keep that from coming. Would you still work if it rains? Does it reduce the quality of the work? No. I'd much rather work when it's raining because you don't have to worry about oxidation. It'll allow it to sit on there longer. So those are the good things about it. Preach, Jason. Very encouraging. Well, I'm trying to be. I want you all to just be successful when you grow up, right? That's what I want. I don't mind turning $180 into $780. I don't mind that either. While you're there, might as well get the house wash done. No matter how hot it gets, keep marketing. Yep. And keep doing those 5-arounds, and keep, even when it's hot, you don't want to do them 5-arounds because I don't get many phone calls off of them. Do them anyway. We apparently had a couple customers leave reviews. They never appeared. Sucks because it shows we still have 0 reviews. Yeah, Google has been really poopy here lately. I don't know what their deal is. Anyone have any recommendations for water reclamation systems? Yeah, they're expensive. You'll pay about $3,000 for them, $4,000, maybe more. I just started my business this year, and so far it's going pretty well. From me, just boosted Facebook post, still only 1 review, but I just landed a $1,600 job last week. Awesome. It started, if I start with a 4,200 4-gallon a minute pressure washer, should I go with an 18 or 20-inch surface cleaner? I would go with an 18-inch surface cleaner. If you can, I would try to get the 5.5-gallon 3,000 psi pressure washer. You will thank me later because you'll be able to go a lot faster. You're welcome. Let me know if you need any help. How do you do 5-arounds? EDDM, how, and hit the whole zip? No, so that's 2 different things. So 5-arounds is we wash this house, we take a door hanger, we do the neighbors, we go across the street, we do those 3, we come back, we do the other side of the neighbors, and we put a door hanger on all those. EDDM is we do the zip code and we send it to everybody. If customers have screens on 2nd-story windows, would you charge more to remove them before cleaning with the water-fed pole? No, we make sure they have them removed before we ever start. So in our email series, we send out 2 emails or 3 that says, hey, make sure you have your windows screens removed, because that's the only way we can do that. What's your opinion on Agent Halt? I never used it. It works. It's okay. Um, I look at it as water works amazing, and that's what I used. I never used anything other than water for that. Just finished my first job and sold my second job, which was $3,800. Well, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. That's not bad. That's not too shabby. I like to hook up my Ford F-150 with a 5 GPM machine, but what size water buffer tank would you recommend? I want to do driveway washing and house washing, roof wash as well. Thank you so much. Giovanni, I would do a 30 to 50, 65 gallon tank. Just because if you're going to do roof cleaning, you probably need a 30 to 50 gallon roof or a 30 to 50 gallons of bleach, and that's at 10 gallons or 10 pounds per gallon. So if you do a 50-gallon tank for bleach, that's 500 pounds just in that right there. And so you may have to put some airbags or something under a F-150, so that way it doesn't do bad. It doesn't go foobar on you. Put a bunch of door hangers out today and putting out more out tomorrow. Yard signs as well. Do you think price point for yard signs or door hanger has a better return? I think yard sign has a way better return because a door hanger, only one person gets to see that. A yard sign, depending on where you place it, there's 10,000 people get to see that. Jason, do you price house washing, roof washing, etc. on square footage of the home? I do because I don't go in person, and that's how I did it because it was just a lot. I can look up now. You can do the actual square footage of the home, or you can do the living space of the home. And so I did the living space of the home because I can look it up on Zillow or Realtor and give it really fast. And so that's how I did it. So that way it does that. Do you save these live streams so I can go back and rewatch everything? Yes, it's just on YouTube. You can go back every one of them's on my YouTube, so you can go back and watch for about the last 4 years. And you want to know something that's crazy? I talk about the same thing almost all the time for the last 4 years. How to help you make more money, and it has to do with up here. Um, how much would you price a stucco four-wall gas station that needs clean as well? The gas station is pretty big. The wall is full of huge black streaks. How much would I price that? I would have to see how big it is, all of that good stuff. A lot of factors go into that. Yard signs rock. Since listening to you, I put the yard signs plan in place. We've been killing it off of those. How many yard signs, Don, are you putting out? How many yard signs are you all putting out per week? Market when you're busy. I so many times fall into the trap of not marketing when when they are busy, and when the switch turns off, you scramble for work. Amen to that. This is the time to put the gas on the pedal. And this is the time that you put the gas on the pedal hard and let it happen and let it rip. So you got to be putting those yard marketing. Got my guy out putting out 30 yard signs and 100 door hangers tomorrow, and key to hope it works. 25 to 30 a week. Nice. Yard signs are amazing. I love yard signs. They're one of my favorite things. Your local car wash may have 15, 30, and 55-gallon plastic drums. Yep, you can use drums for stuff. 1950, 1950 square foot, two-story house. Very simple. I charge $675 and included the small walkway and patio. Nice. I like it. I love it. Love it. Double that stuff, he said. Did 10 today and I found a door. Hello, Mr. Jason. Hello, Mr. Moppus. I'm putting my pressure washing business on can coolers, not door hangers. I got you. Gas stations are cheap. Last one I did was $700 for the whole place. It was a small store and pad area. Yeah, a lot of your gas stations don't like paying. Um, they want to be the cheapest, and I mean, if you can get into some of them, they can be good money for good route work, but that's tough. How did you start off door knocking? So I didn't door knock. I did this thing called door hangers, and I put out about 200 door hangers, and I didn't get one freaking call. The only thing I got out of that was a good exercise. That's about all I got out of that. And um, that didn't work very well for me. So I did started out with this thing called Groupons, and I charged $200, and they got 100 of it, and I got 100 of it if I didn't get them in time. And so that's how I started. And then I went from there to yard signs, and yard sign is what I did next. And yard signs helped me get growing pretty good. And then from there, I did a little bit of Facebook, and then I started doing AdWords, and then I started doing my Google stuff, and that is how I started my business. Does wetting the flat work before SH help breakdown of the growth? I never did it. It's got water in it. I don't. What's it gonna do? You're just gonna dilute it down more. Would you spray straight SH on roofs and gutters, or maybe dilute 1 to 1? You're gonna dilute at least 1 to 1, so that's gonna be a 6% mix. Now, if you only have 6%, like household bleach, then you would just go straight. Took F-Bomb's advice and ordered a new bleach tank and roof and bleach tank to Downstream. Stickered and DOT approved, expanding my services area and use highways a lot. These officers are thirsty. They can be. They can be a pain in the butt. Yard signs are out of control in Pensacola. Pedro buys houses, money for your junk car, repair bad credit, business loans, everything. Because they work. They work, man. Google business page, yard signs, business cards, Facebook Marketplace, Instagram, Nextdoor, LinkedIn, all the above. Jason, if you started your pressure washing business today, would you be a sole proprietary or LLC? I would do an LLC, especially if I have any types of assets, so that way the business can be separate from your personal stuff, and that way you do not. If you do something stupid, they can't come after your personal assets. Where if it's an LLC, that will help protect your assets. If you don't, then you can, and it has to be separate. Like your bank account has to be separate. Everything has to be separate. Personal versus business, it's completely separate. So that way, if they come after your business, then they can't come after your liability, your assets and stuff. So that's why you want to do an LLC. Where I live, there is a 35% tax credit for people over 70 years old and doing house wash fit in that credit, which means old people get 35% of their price back when they do their taxes. Hey, that's good. Use that to your advantage. I started making my house wash pricing easy, and it works for me. $600,000 house is $600. $500,000 house is $500. My minimum is $250 for one side. Whatever works. What's a house wax? It's a truck wash stuff that I used. Don't forget your SDS book. If you have chemicals on your truck and you're a business, and if you definitely got your DOT number, you have to have your SDS book in there. I was thinking the SH might not dry up as fast on the hot concrete if it was wet first. Just trying to figure out. You could it pre-wet it down a little bit and help cool things down. I've done that on a roof before. I have more money in my business account than I do my personal. Hey, that's a good thing. That means you're making money. I did a wood deck and it didn't turn out too great. Some fraying and stop lines. Did you do decks or cut those out? No, I did decks. So the two things you need to do on this is don't use a heavy, strong bleach because that can cause it to fray. Don't get too close to it. That can cause it to fray. I tried to say, 6 inches up on a high pressure 25. You don't want it no more than 800 psi hitting that wood, or it will fray. And then what you want to do is start on one side of the duct and go all the way across, and then you turn around on the other side of the deck and you go all the way back across. If you just stand in one place and just hit that one spot and you back up and then you move over, then it's going to give you that start and stop line. But if you start on one side of the deck and walk all the way to the other side of the deck, that keeps them lines from happening. White tip at a good distance, no more than 1%, if any. Yeah, I used my house wash mix, which was 1.5% at max, and that's all. And then, like I say, I would stay off 6 inches with the white tip. White tip end to end with the grain. Yes, that's a good point too. Thank you for telling me that, because we want to go with the grain of the wood. So we're going to start on one board and work our way all the way to the end of that board. So that's what we do. What's your watering process to protect landscaping and land and plants? If it's a roof clean and I got two people, the second person is starting with the watering, and they're watering the whole entire time. I mean, they're watering from the time they get out of the truck to the time they get back in the truck, and it's water, 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 water. If I'm just doing a house wash, usually I'm going to start in the back. Usually there's no bushes there. And then when when I go to rinse it, I'm going to rinse that side and then the front some, and then I'll soap it, and then I'll rinse everything again, and then come around, and then I'm going to do again. I'm going to rinse as I'm kind of watering the flowers, and then I will use it with the soap. Why do surface cleaners 24 sometimes leave that straight line? It's because we're overlapping and it's cleaning twice. So anytime we overlap, it's going to clean twice and it's going to leave a line. If we're going too fast, that's going to cause the hell. Sorry, that's that stupid cat rubbing its tail on my leg. Sorry, made me jump. And I didn't know what was getting me. So here, you want to see the kitty cat? Here's the kitty cat that rubbing on me. Kitty cat. So yeah, so we go too fast can cause those lines too. So, and don't do the stutter step, 3 inch, 3 inch. Try to make a smooth, continuous pass. It's an art. Yes, that is true. Also, is chemical cleaning roof better than regular cleaning? And what's more expensive? Is cleaning? Well, only way I do know to clean a roof is by using chemical, because you're not supposed to use high pressure on it. And so it's going to clean it better because it's going to kill the mold, or the geomagna, whatever it's called, the technical word of it. Where if you don't use that and we just use high pressure, we're not going to get the mold spores dead. And so it's going to just come back really fast. Pink Flamingo. Jason, thank you for all you do for us in the industry. I got so many tips from you when I first started. Thanks for watching. Do you guys recommend Persil as a replacement for surfactant? I have no idea what that is. Just make sure you don't put no lemon stuff or something that's not supposed to be, or lemon oil or different things in a bleach tank. Make sure it is able to go in there, because it can get bad and ugly fast. Hey, get out of there. Thank you for Pink Flamingo. Your videos help. Get out of here, cat. Do you have an opinion on UV protected for siding and house wash? Do you have an opinion on UV protection for siding after house wash? Some of that's going to be, like I said, like a house wax will help with that, but that's it. It don't do that much. Oh, Purcell is a laundry detergent. Um, the cat. Haha. Anybody over here on the old Facebook? Nope, not that I see. All right. I never know a cat that was up to any good. That is true. Notice that the chemical name that they use on the roofs, sodium hypochlorite, same thing as house washing. Can you add a degreaser to SH when downstreaming? You can. I wouldn't really recommend it though, because there's nothing of grease on there that we need to degrease off of there. For guys doing decks like me, I added upsells, Kim to Dieter bugs and stain the end caps for post free money. So actually, if you want to join pressurewashhelp.com or King of Pressure Wash, if you go and put in a discount code Memorial Day, all one word, Memorial Day. It's actually a pretty good discount. You can go check it out to see what the discount is. It's actually better than my 2-month free one that I gave away last month. If you look at it long term. And so the discount is better than that. So go check it out, kingofpressurewash.com, and you can go check out Memorial Day. I don't have any in-person classes coming up as of yet. I will be having some coming up. I don't know where exactly, but I will be having some in-person training classes for pressure washing and Christmas lights. I'll probably be having one out west, in the either Washington or the Oregon area. And so if you live out that way and you want to take a class and learn how to grow a pressure washing Christmas light business, I would highly recommend you to show up and learn. Do you turn your soap all the way up for roof wash or less runoff? No, because I know how to spray it well enough that I wouldn't even need surfactant because I have very little runoff. Because when we're doing roof clean, we don't have to spray so much that you got runoff. All we need is a mist. All we got to do is cover it, and that's going to get it 9 times out of 10. Stay safe, Jason. It isn't what it used to be out there. But I hope everybody has a good weekend. I will be back on Sunday night. If you're in the membership and you join here, Sunday night, we will be back on at 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. for our Zoom call. We have a Zoom call on every other Sunday, and this Sunday is the Sunday that we will have the Zoom call. And then on Monday, we have Marketing Monday, and Marketing Mondays have been really good, and people have been getting a lot of good information and a lot of good questions out of that. Thanks, Big J. Keep preaching. Good to know. If you've got runoff, you're usually using too much solution. Yes to that. Yes to that. Will you be doing Christmas lights in your area? What's in my area in Cincinnati? Is that what your question is? It might be either Cincinnati or Indianapolis. We will probably have a class in Cincinnati or Indianapolis this year. Little one is turning 2 this weekend. That's awesome. Tell him happy birthday. You don't know who I am, but tell him happy birthday. Actually, he might know who I am. There about a year ago, one of the guys he was watching one of my videos. The kid was sitting there loving me, and I'm like, hey, teach them young, man. Teach them young. I honestly use a 1 gallon 12 for the most. Sounds like I need new tips that has more of a mist effect. You just got to be able to spray faster. Not so much a mist effect, especially if you're using a 12 volt, because you got to make sure that thing is running 100%. Otherwise, it will sit there and go, and then it'll burn it up really fast. Yeah, Cincinnati or Indy is gold. Why don't you wash anymore? Well, I sold my business in 2017, 18, 17, I don't know when it was, 17, 18, and I got a 5-year non-compete, and so it's coming up to be ended here shortly, and that's why I don't wash, and I love helping people, because my goal now is to help 1,000 people make $100,000 a year. And so I can't do that if I'm out washing. And do I love the wash? Yes, but I love doing what I do now more. And so I still keep learning. I don't stop learning. I still learn. I don't know everything. I won't say that I ever know everything, but I know a lot, obviously. I grew my business to $1 million. And so I can teach people how to get to 1 million pretty easy. It's getting to the past that I don't ever try to teach people, because I've never done it. So I don't teach people where I haven't done it. I have done it, and I did it all in 1 year, not in several years of $1 million. And so this is what I do, and I love helping people. And it's been one of the best things I ever do. I get to meet a lot of you guys that I've helped, and it's awesome. And it's one thing that I like to do. And I've considered myself blessed. I make enough that I can keep my family fed, and we can keep helping people. And I love making videos. I love helping people. That's what I love to do. I was a fireman for 13 years, and guess what? I was helping people in those 13 years. And so that's what I love to do. And so I hope that I can help you in any way that I can, so that you can be successful and you can go out there and be successful. I don't give bad information. I won't tell people something stupid just to see that people get hurt. I don't like people that teach that way. I don't like people that act that way. If you ask a question on my channel, I most of the time will respond back to you. It might take me a couple days to get back to you, but I will give you an answer on my channel. So if you go through any of my videos and you have a question and you ask, most of the time I will get back to you. Now, there's sometimes that I get backed up and I don't get to do it a lot, and so that's why that is that. She'll have a Glock and a pink quad soon. Do you recommend Ryobi tip? It's not a bad tip. I mean, I've used it several times because it's pretty easy. Be careful, everyone. This is a good point here, too. Heat and warm weather will cause chemicals to gas vapor and will cause explosion. And not only that, and there will another accident where a pump-up sprayer exploded. But also, if you're spraying this stuff on a roof, it is a chemical that will turn the off gases really fast. And so make sure that you are wearing a respirator when we're using these chemicals. Also, it's getting hot too, so make sure that you're drinking plenty of water. The last thing you want to do is get dehydrated. And if you get too hot, sit down and take a break, because it is getting hot out there. So there isn't no use someone getting hurt and overheating. So definitely make sure. I'm so glad you love helping people. Amen. Never stop learning. And I don't. I still read books. I still take classes because I want to learn as much as I can. Hi, Jason. What is a good tip save for 8-gallon on a surface cleaner? Get the 4-tip bar. 19-inch is what I would do. 19-inch 4-tip bar. Is there a huge difference in surface cleaner? Not meaning by size, but the mechanics. Yes. The meg tips are the most important part. Correct. I have a 20. No. So the swivel is what makes the good pressure or good surface cleaners more expensive. So the MITI, you're probably looking at like $300-400. The Whisper Wash is the Cadillac one, and it's all in that swivel is where that money is. Do you normally do these lives around this time? I do them every Thursday night, which I know tonight's not Thursday, but usually every Thursday night at 9 and every Sunday night at 9 Eastern time. 9 Eastern time. We have made our first $1,000 day. High five. We got a $1,700 day this week. Thank you. That's awesome, John. That is awesome. I'm excited for you. Had my first $700 day today. Was super pumped. That's awesome. Awesome. High five. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We surely appreciate you, Jason. Keep us progressing. Mr. Motivation. I love the money trees. Money bushes are awesome. Moneybushes.com. If you want to go get one, they're amazing. Money bushes are the ticket. All right, guys. Well, I hope you all have a great night and a great rest of your week. Let me know if you need anything, and I will answer your questions. Where do you use for buying signs, and where's the find the link? Money bushes. Where's my money bushes at? Money bushes. Moneybushes.com. Moneybushes.com. Real easy to remember. Moneybushes.com. I'm going live with my business next week. What's the best advice for me? Just do it. Take action. Make it happen. Hope everybody has a great night, and I'll see you all later.